Hi everyone, today I will be reviewing the YASHE skin fridge from Amazon. Now, I've had this refrigerator for about a year and change, and I must say I am impressed. The first thing is that it does run on the smaller side. So the other two skincare refrigerators that I've had in the past, they were much larger in size and with capacity. This one is much smaller. However, I am impressed that it keeps the items inside colder than with my larger refrigerators. So that is a big plus. With my other refrigerators, I always felt like as soon as I took the item out, it was warm again. But with this one, your item stays cold even after having the item out for 15 to 20 minutes. Now, the next thing with this refrigerator is that the ice that it forms does take up space if you don't de-ice it per se frequently. So I would say every 2 to 3 months you would want to turn your refrigerator off for a few hours and let that ice melt so that it doesn't take up space, because like I said, this refrigerator does run on the smaller side. The biggest concern, or I would say issue or annoyance that I've had with this refrigerator is this handle. The first thing about this handle is if you have larger fingers or fingers in general, you have a hard time pulling this because you can just grab onto but so much of it. Now, before receiving this refrigerator, I thought that, this would be able to open like this or slide down like this, and that would unlock the refrigerator. However, that is not the case. You would just have to pull on this. But as you can see, the more I pull, the refrigerator is not opening, and it will fall off of this surface that I have on here. So what I have done is I had to mount it to my space so that when I pull on here, it doesn't pull the refrigerator onto the floor. And that is due to the very good suction that it does have in here. But in order for me to open the refrigerator, I kind of have to pry it open by the door here, which I do not love because it does have a handle, but the handle is just not very functional. So what I will be doing probably later on would be putting something like a knob here so that when I'm opening it, I have some counter pressure here, because pulling this alone over time, I feel that it will break. So I'm just gonna add something here so I'm able to counter pressure it with my thumb to open up the door. And that is my only annoyance with this refrigerator. I feel like they could have made that a little better. But other than that, spectacular functioning, very cold inside, very cold. A matter of fact, there is some ice building up back there to just show you how cold it will get inside. So that right there is actually a piece of ice. And you always want to make sure that ice doesn't get too big, because then you have to keep moving your products forward, and then you eventually will not be able to close the refrigerator door. Other than that, great refrigerator, great product, great price point, and all in all, a great buy. It does come with a handle that sits up here in case you want to take it on the go. But again, I use this for stationary purposes, so I will not be moving it anytime soon. So I kind of just mounted my skincare towels up here as well. So perfect refrigerator for your needs. If you don't want something gigantic, too big, I separate it from my vanity so it's off here on this little thing. But if you don't have a lot of space, great buy.
I'm just going to give you a video of this YASHE mini fridge. On the box it does say it's for skincare, but in the Amazon description it does say like for cans and stuff like that. So I can see what it's like. It comes well packaged, so look at that, it's got like a lid just that. There's nothing else in the box, so it's nice and light. I believe it weighs around about 2 kilos. It's got like a retro look. It is made from ABS plastic. I'm going to spin it around like so. And on the back, you got obviously your mains power 220 to 240. You got your DC 12 volt for the car, and then you got your switch over on the other side that's got 3 positions. You got cool, off, and hot. So off at the moment it's on off. So let's open it up. It's like a retro like 1950 sort of 60s look. Door's nice and magnetised, as you can hear. Hopefully, you can hear magnetising shut. So inside you got like a rack here. Obviously you've got your pamphlet here, so have a quick look at that. Put that down one sec. Got your power cables on the side. 5 power cables. Your one for your car and one for your mains. You got your shelf, which is removable. So as you can see, so it all looks okay. The plastic is not leaving any fingerprints, which is good. So what I do now is I'll quickly have a look at this pamphlet, which is included, to see what it says. Basically, if there's any do's and don'ts and stuff like that, and I'll put it on the side and put some cans and that in it to show you how they stack and stuff like that. So I'll come back in a minute. So open it up. It's supposed to hold 6 cans, so I've got 6 cans here. So I'll put it out to make sure it all does what it's supposed to. So, 3, 4. So you've got your 6 cans in there. Just make sure it closes up okay for a second. Right, so no, there's a slight gap where the door ain't sealing properly with the 6 cans. There's a slight gap there, so it's not, the door's not closing properly. So, and it says the door doesn't close properly, you will form ice. So let's just take that out of the way. So I took the door shelf off and see if it closes now. Yeah, so if you're going to put the 6 cans in, then you're going to have to take this out, because you can see it's nice and sealed now. So I took the cables out, so the quality of the cable feels decent as well. This is the mains one. You got like a figure of 8 type end for the mains. I've got these, the car one with the cigarette lighter one end, and obviously the same thing, like a block one at the end. The quality feels right on this as well. In the written review, I'll give you the length of these, so if you wanted to know what they were. So what I do is I plug it in, got a light on the back, spin it around. I won't talk, and you can hear the noise of it. It's not loud, but as I say, hopefully the microphone won't pick it up, making it too loud. Hopefully not. So what I'll do is in the written review, I'll let you know how I'll get on with it, and I hope you found this video helpful.
very tiny. Very, very tiny. You have to take this out. And you still can fit a bottle of water in here. So you might be able to get 2 bottled waters at a slant in there. No heat. Hardly a sound.
Super cute, keeps everything cold, but it's loud.